Okay, so as promised, today we'll be taking a look at the DK-14K. It's a lot of Ks. WFC S13 Ultra Magnus upgrade kit from DNA Design. Designed specifically for Kingdom Ultra Magnus. And it's pretty much the same package as before. They didn't even change anything in the box art. It's still the Siege Magnus head, not the Kingdom Ultra Magnus head. And like I said, it's the same exact thing. It even has the old cream white parts, as you can see here, but you will see when I open the box, it's gonna look a lot different. So pulling it out now, and see, stark difference. So as you can see here, the whites are intended to match better with the Kingdom Ultra Magnus. And we're gonna take everything out and basically put everything together. Okay, so my first thought was that they just painted over the old set in white, but no, it looks like it is molded in cleaner white plastic, as you can see here in the Forge of Solus Prime. And yeah, it's a nice white plastic that matches the Kingdom version versus the Siege version. So I think I'll give them props for that. I thought what they did was just, paint white over the older stock, but that's not what they did at all. So kudos, DNA Design, for, coming up with a new batch specifically for Kingdom Ultra Magnus. And of course it still comes with the axe, which I don't really do anything with, but yay. And like I said, the hammer, which is tiny, but it's a nice accessory for your naked Ultra Magnus. And then you have the legs. Now the thing with the legs is that you're going to have to deconstruct the original legs and remove the wheels in order for you to be able to put everything together. So we're gonna do just that. So I'm gonna take the legs off of Ultra Magnus. So here you go. As you can see, just very easy. Slide them off, and then yeah, gonna need oh yeah, it just pops right off. So just pop them right off. Pop the wheels off, and you're pretty much done. You don't need to do anything with this. They don't really do anything anymore. Okay, so basically just grab the wheels that you took off the original legs, pop them onto the assemblies. Zero effort. Okay, there you go. Okay, still works. So do the same thing for the other side. And ta-da, there you go. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now you'll notice that the assembly is a little strange, but don't worry. The design is intended, like the original, for it to be adjustable. So now that we've pretty much assembled everything, we just need to roll it up into place here, and then this notch completes this assembly. And so just make sure you fold these together, and this notch latches onto here. So that's the basic look. Same thing for the other side. Basically just fold everything together, and then fold this leg in and keep the notch in like that. Okay, once that's done, go ahead and just reconnect it here. A little harder than I remember. Okay. There you go. Okay, so that's connected. Okay, so essentially it's still the same height as you can see. But remember, the leg extensions are not for naked Ultra Magnus, they're for armored Ultra Magnus. Still essentially looks the same, which is great, because like I said, that's not what it's for. So this is what it's for. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend the legs and then put the armor on. So what you need to do is open this section up, or basically just fold the legs real quick, and it's going to open up another section and dislodge this wheel section over here on both sides. Open the back panel and accordion the legs out. So once you do that, you'll notice that there's a significant height difference. Okay, and then we're gonna close the back flap. Then I'll adjust the wheels later, but there's a thing here that you need to know about, which is these flaps in front fold down so that you can have a little more volume to the leg, so he's not, you know, skipping leg day or whatever. Okay, and then bring the wheels down and then just put them on the same notches that you did earlier. Same thing on this side. There you go. And now he's ready to be armored up. Put the head back in. Close the arms up. You'll need to close the feet. Slide them in. Slide these in. There you go. Not as cooperative as the previous set I had, but okay. Armor on both sides. Oops. Try not to fall off. This one's a little tight and it just came off. Okay, so this one's a little tighter than my previous set, so I feel like I'm gonna need to fix that. And then the chest armor. And the whole leg thing just came off. So I don't know. I don't remember having this same issue with the previous DNA kit. It, you know, went with the Siege Magnus like a charm for me. This one seems to want to fight me. I don't know if it's just gonna need a little bit of breaking in. There you go. Okay, so that took a while, but finally we have the taller armored up Ultra Magnus. Now if you want to compare him size wise to the previous, okay, it's doing a thing now where it keeps leaning downwards. If you want to compare him size wise to the previous size, here you go. There's a DNA kit on this one as well, but it's not being used or utilized, so it is still a bit taller when he has the DNA kit. So there you have it. Now with the weapons, again, I'm not too much of a fan of these particular weapons, but I'm gonna use them anyway. Okay. And the leg just came off again. So like I said, I didn't have a lot of falling off issues with regard to the previous DNA design kit. This one seems to want to do that a lot, but okay. It poses pretty nicely as well. Forgot to turn this over. So there you have it. A fairly nice, taller Ultra Magnus figure because of the DNA up. And of course, a lot of people are going to be asking if the DNA kit will bring Ultra Magnus, well, Kingdom Ultra Magnus, to the level of Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. And the answer is close, but not exactly to that level. So if we were to compare the three heights, it's just a few millimeters shorter than Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, but definitely not as bad if that's what you can, if that's how you consider it, as how his height used to be. So if we're gonna put them off side by side here. So there you go. So if that's your thing, if the reason you're getting this upgrade kit is to bring Ultra Magnus to the height of Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, then he does certainly come close. So yeah, it's pretty good in my opinion, and it's nice because you can still switch it back to its original mode. So there is one other fun additional thing that you can do that was not something that you could do with the previous kit. Although technically it's not really because of the kit so much as it is because of the modified engineering, quote unquote, for the Kingdom version. And that is to put the trailer even farther away from the truck if that's something you wanted to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the cab. So what I did, same as I did earlier, was essentially extend the legs, and I'm going to put the cab together like I do normally. Okay. So connect the latches like you normally would. And there you have it. An even longer Ultra Magnus because the cab is even farther from the trailer, as you can see. Okay, so like the previous version, you can also roll up the wheel, take this over here, and then latch it onto the front. It doesn't do as great a job for some reason on my copy as it did the previous one. It's not wanting to really get in there. So yeah, there you go. If you wanted the wheels to be up front instead of on the side, then you can do that as well. So if you want to compare just how long the DNA kit upgraded Kingdom Ultra Magnus with this new trick is versus the old one, here's what it looks like. Okay, now bear in mind you can also do kind of the same thing to the Siege version, but the thing is, remember, the Siege version is meant to be one whole car carrier thing, like the RID version, whereas they were trying to go for a separate cab trailer thing for the Kingdom version. So if I put them on top of each other, you'll see the difference that using the upgrade makes. So there's like a whole, quite a bit of real estate increased when you put this over here. Now, yeah, granted, the arm is a little more exposed, but you can probably do something with the arm guards or whatever. But I just wanted to show you guys how much longer you can make your Ultra Magnus if you use the DNA kit. That was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This has been X's Toy Universe. Peace out.